Very much for joining me for this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind. It's time to consider a vacation. I can tell when my vacation has gotten overdue. I feel rammy. I feel like I want to be someplace else, doing someplace else. Not that I work particularly hard and need to escape. In fact, in the last 6 months, I've done a fair amount of traveling, maybe more than I would have assigned to myself. New grandchildren have a way of doing that. I went to their within pregnancy baby shower that required plane travel and a hotel. I had a very good time, did things that were uh, kind of unique to me, new to me, very enjoyable, a little bit traveling, but it was not my time. It was time shared. It was time visiting people I wanted to visit, but still visiting. The grandchildren brought additional travel. Uh, my grandson lives about a 5 hour drive away. My wife and I made 2 trips, staying with them in their guest room. Again, I saw some new things, had some new experiences, but it was not exactly a designed vacation. I could say the same with my granddaughter who arrived on the West Coast. My wife spent 5 weeks helping out. I stayed there 1 week. It involved some air travel and basically a lot of time planning, though I did get to do a little sightseeing in California. That's not really what I need to do now. With the winter coming, I need some time with myself and my wife. It took a little convincing, but we have selected 4 nights for a trip. We don't know quite where, though we have some ground rules. No planes. We disagree on expense. My wife is willing to spend a little extra to pamper ourselves a bit. I'm a bit indifferent to that. What I would like is a nice hotel with some aquatics and an exercise room, Wi-Fi, access to food. What would be ideal, I think, would be to go on a cruise ship where you show up, your food is at hand, there are places to see, but you don't have to see them, and activities to do with the cruise director, making sure everybody has a good time. I guess if I could drive to a port, which does not happen in the Northeast in January, a 4 day cruise would be very satisfactory. It's kind of what I had in mind, but I have to duplicate that a little differently. There are comprehensive resorts. In another era, there were the Jewish Catskills, Grossinger, Concord, the big hotels, where you just kind of showed up, took whatever activities you wanted on the menu, ate whatever you wanted on the menu, often to excess. But those places are gone. The format largely now replaced by the cruise. We've been to a comprehensive resort, that one in Arizona, also in January. In fact, one of the um, winter bowl teams stayed at the same resort that we were at. I greatly enjoyed it, but our ground rule for this travel is no planes. I agree with my wife on that. Air travel has gotten a little too onerous. It detracts from the vacation. It diminishes the time away by a full day at each end, usually. So for a 4-night getaway, that's not what I want. But we did agree on the time. We haven't settled a place. I'm willing to drive about 5 hours, same as to visit my grandson. We'll eventually find a place, decide what to spend the money on. I have very few essentials, some aquatic activities, an exercise room, and not too much of a hassle to get food. That's not asking much, but it's time to get away. Thank you very much for sharing this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind.